turning over my leaf. I'm just turning over my leaf. Turning over my leaf. I'm just turning over my leaf. I'm just turning over my leaf. I'm just turning over my leaf.
What's good with the guy family? I want to welcome everybody to a journey out of destination where we talk about the destination in totality. Growth is motion. So if you're not moving, you're not grooving. Well, depending on who's doing the moving and grooving, you know what I'm saying? No motion is motion at the same time, but it's a whole different level of the game. Anyways, as always, guys, I want to welcome everybody to a journey out of destination. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, good evening. Uh shit, wherever you're listening to us to, we thank you. You feel me? Today I got a few special guests today, as always. As always, we got the great Keisha, a good friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? Producer, philanthropist, uh, a pillar to a community. You know what I'm saying? Mentor, you name it, man. But I got my guy 12 on today. You feel me? And he's gonna go with me through the show and give y'all some pointers in life and where his journey is at the time, including me as well. Um, let me bring him up, though. You know what I mean? So we can bring it right. You know what I mean? What's good with the guy, family? How you feeling?
What's good with you, sir?
Just living life, man. You know what I mean?
Man,
You know what I mean? Good to see you,
man.
family.
Good to see you, dog.
You know what I mean? Real life. It's real life, but it ain't real life. You feel me?
Yeah.
Again, guys, as you know, man, we always do a little checkup right in the beginning. So 12 from a scale of 1 to 10, what would you say your mental capacity is today?
As of right now, everything going on, I said about 8.
Okay, I think an 8. All right, mental for me is definitely an 8 for sure. You know what I'm saying? Uh, we cooking, we got a rhythm. Far as emotional, right, from a scale of 1 to 10, what would you say your emotional capacity is from a scale of 1 to 10?
So far I get about a 7.
Hmm. It's like Kevin Samuel's number. He say, rate yourself, but you can't use them.
Yeah, I give it a 7.
Yeah. No, okay, where? I'm definitely an 8 all the way through today. You know what I mean? As far as in my journey, not destination, right? Um, Today's show, right, is about the courage to keep going. Um, our focus, right, will be staying committed when results are slow, messy, or even invisible. You feel me?
Mm.
I think that through all our trials and tribulations, you feel me? Like there's things that have made us better that we thought we shouldn't have did or it shouldn't have happened or, you know, all the stuff your mama and them had taught you and you thought it was one of the worst turned out to be some of the best shit you could learn in your life. You know what I mean? You never know where the results come from, but as long as you do the work, you see what
Mhm.
it is. As always, right? Welcome back, guys. If you're here with me now, we family at this point. You know what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
you here today, we family. You feel me? And I appreciate you. You feel me? We about to get to it. Check this out, man. Welcome back to Journey Not Destination. Today we are talking about the courage to keep going, not the kind of courage that gets applause, not the kind that looks perfect on social media. I'm talking about the quiet kind, the kind that gets up again after disappointments, after delays. I ain't gonna lie, I got a lot of delays. You know what I mean? But hey, we'll get to it, right? As you know, guys, we got 8 questions today. We might not go through 8 questions because it's squad today, so it might. Keisha's in the building. You know what I mean? Shout out Keisha. Let's give her a applause one time to see for work today. But Keisha, as you know, we did the mental checkup. You feel me? What's your mental checkup? Scale from 1 to 10.
Mentally today, I'll put it at about a 8.
8. All right. Emotional scale from 1 to
It's been an emotional day. Cool. We all emotions been kind of running high, so
Mhm.
yeah, they probably up there too.
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay,
Yeah,
no number. That's not like a negative number.
they just up there.
Respect.
Infinity.
Yeah, yeah. 0 0. Okay. Well, look, we're getting to the questions, but today's show is about the courage to keep going. That's what we decided to go with today. I have a lot of deep conversations with a lot of people in my life, right? And these happen to be a few of them that I have a lot of different conversations with. Totally, all types of conversations, like variety, diversity is crazy if you only do. But today we're gonna talk about courage, and I think both of these people share some of the courage that I think we all should have at some point in life, and certain things that we may value. And I think it's some things we can learn from. But here's some 8 questions for us today, guys. First question is, uh, what made you keep going when quitting would have been easier? What made you keep going when quitting have been easier? Now, listen, I'm gonna say this right. How many times, whether it was you or somebody on the other side, where you were getting the call about somebody wanting to quit? You know what I'm saying? How many times? You know what I mean? How many times niggas was like, man, I'm thinking about letting this shit go. It's hard. And we never called a person that is supposed to tell us, hey, quit, you know? And then you don't know who's going to tell you to quit. Some niggas might tell you to quit. That's why, depending on the type of niggas you got around you. But for those times when you call somebody, you're like, damn, I don't know if I want to keep doing this. You know what I'm saying? And instead of them giving you a decision, they kind of like question why you want to quit. You know what I'm saying? And like, is it really easier? Because it may be easier as far as doing the work, but is it easier on the spiritual, on the competitive, on the emotional side? Like outside the physical space. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we quitting? What are we quitting for? Now, if you're quitting because your life is at stake, I think that's a valid reason. But for me, I do think what made me keep going when I wanted to quit was definitely being able to talk to certain people in my life, right? Having a community of people where I can have these altered conversations, even if things are going well or going bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm able to cross analyze. Like, I'm unsure if I want to keep doing a certain thing. And it ain't always got to be something detrimental, right? It could be a new idea you want to go into. It could be something you've been doing. It could be, a habit. You know what I mean? So many different ways that it can show up. But yeah, I was talking about quitting, right?
Mhm.
Things that would have made me want to quit easier. As far as my community and those different people, really had to change my mindset. You know, uh, 12. I talked to 12 a lot about a lot of different things, and over my time of kind of like my younger phase, right, of being in all the wild shit and wild environments, you know, uh, you just don't really know. You think you're doing shit right. You know what I'm saying? And it may have a certain result, but it don't really have the fulfillment that you think you're really looking for from it. But you know, there were certain things I had to learn how to let go in order to understand that keeping going was better than quitting. You know what I mean? Because I had to make sure I didn't have people around me that made it comfortable to not to quit. On anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, as long as you gave it 100%, you gotta live with the results. You
Yep.
know, and my uncle taught me that. You feel me? So I think of that heavily when I think about quitting because it's like, yo, if you gave 100%, whatever happens is supposed to happen, whether you make the event or not. You know what I'm saying? You know, having that community, having my, learning from my elders. I actually was. I think I'm the last era that grew up with elders. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It's crazy, but that's the life that I've been living. So it's been interesting in the process. But that's some things for me, right? That have been that helped me from feeling like I should, accept the quitting because it's easier. Because that shit is easy. I quit a few things in life. I don't want to act like I chose to fight every time. There's some shit I quit. You know, feel me? Like we all fall short of glory. That's another episode. How about you guys?
Um, Well, my community is based around was based around my parents before they passed away. Anytime I wanted to really interject or really let go of something, I can always hear my mom say, "What is your why? If you can tell me your why, you can quit right now." And I never really had one, to be honest with you.
Right.
I just want to stop doing it, you know. And I said, then I would go to my dad, and he would tell me, "Is it detrimental?" And I go, "What you mean? Like it's not killing me? I just don't want to do it no more." Um, he said he would tell me things like, "Quitters only quit because they can't handle their situations." And I would be like, "I can handle it." He's like, "Well, you don't need to quit. Keep going forward. Don't ever look back." And then my daddy was like more of a spiritual guy, so he would say, "What did Locke's wife do when she looked back?" She turned to a pillow of salt. She said, "So why are you trying to quit? Do you want to be a pillow of salt?" I said, "No, I just don't feel like it's working for me right now." He said, "Yeah, right now. Right now." He said, "But tomorrow something will change, right?"
Yeah.
And yeah, it just didn't like that day, how the day was, or the day was going, or somebody said something to me, or whatever it was. But that comes with the territory, though, you know. So I feel like the majority of life, whatever you go through, you're gonna have good side and a bad side. That happens every day. You gotta face it, understand what you're walking through, and keep going. Because nobody can stop you but yourself.
I like that. That was beautifully put. How about you, Keish?
Yeah, definitely. I remember when I had left Bakersfield and joined the Navy, and I was terrified when I got there. I'm like, oh my gosh, what have I got myself into? How can I get myself out of this? I was ready to quit.
Mm-hmm.
And we made the phone calls, the first phone calls, and they're yelling at you to get off the bus. They want you to recite the last four of your social. Being 18, you
Mm.
don't know your social security number.
Yeah.
Um, and it was like, you got 2 minutes to make your phone call, let your loved ones know that you are here and safe. And it's a collect call that you do. And unfortunately, my mom had collect calls blocked on the landline. So I couldn't even get through to let them know
Oh,
that I was there
that's
safe. And I was just so scared. I'm like, oh my gosh, what have I done? What can I do to get out of this? And then I just think about, before I left, my mom bawling and crying, don't want me to go.
yeah.
And I thought my dad was going to be that way, but he was more supportive. But he still didn't want me to go. He tried to bribe me to stay, but
Smart.
she was like, now I gotta get on this plane to come see you graduate. So that just replayed in my mind that she got to get on the plane to come see me graduate because she is terrified of flying,
Yeah.
Mm.
and she had never been on a plane before then. And so that helped me get through, like, okay, you here. She got to get on the plane to come see you graduate. So she's expecting you to graduate.
Mm-hmm.
There's an end result here. So now I have to go through with it and graduate so she can get on
Mhm.
that plane.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that remembering that helped me get through boot camp, or at least through that first night
Yeah.
to continue on.
First day. That first day important of any
Right.
day. No, that's
But it
fire.
does, yeah, it does take a lot of courage, and that's like part of the Navy, core value, honor, courage, and commitment. And it's
How
like
long
it
were you
does
in there
take a lot
for?
of courage.
How
8
long? How long
years.
did the training take? Excuse me.
The training took 8 weeks,
Mm,
Mm.
if I remember
2 months.
correctly. Yeah, 8 weeks. Yeah, and it was in
Okay.
Great Lakes, Illinois. If you don't know where
Okay.
that's at, it's right there by
I
Chicago.
don't.
And it
Yeah,
was a summertime, and it was scorching out.
Yeah.
It was so
stupid
hot.
hot, stupid
It's a
hot.
different type of heat out there, especially coming from California.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't prepared. I was not
Mm-hmm.
prepared. But
Different type of heat.
it does take a
Our
lot.
heat is clean back home. You feel me? It's hot, but it's you still can breathe
Right,
a little bit.
right.
When it's hot and humid and it's raining, you be like, "What?"
It's just
Oh,
hot
for sure.
rain.
And it's humid. all
Mm-hmm.
day. Like even at night, you just feel like every time you step outside, you gotta get in the shower. You feel sticky,
You're just
Right.
melting.
horrible.
Exactly.
No, I agree, guys. Our second question for the day is, how do you respond when your effort is bigger than your results?
I know for me, anytime I'm putting in effort, I think my effort is always bigger than my results, honestly. Especially if it's something that I've planned and I have a goal to reach, my effort is
Yes.
always going to be bigger than the actual result, even if it's something small. But I know the effort that I put into it, I know the work that's behind it. So I think
Hmm.
for me, it's always going to be bigger than what I actually, what the end result is. I don't think your result should ever be bigger than the effort you put in. Because if you're not putting in the effort, how are you going to get to that result?
Yeah.
And if it's not
So,
a challenge, there's no reason to get no results.
right.
If the challenge is not greater than what you're trying to do, and your vision is not as greater than what you're trying to do, you're gonna get the same results, and that's called insanity.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
that's what they view it for
Expecting
sure.
something different, doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Why do you think people choose the other side?
It's easy, man. You know how many like okay, when I first was a traveling musician, the first thing when I was 13, that was the only thing I was doing playing piano for everybody.
Yeah.
And that's how I got my name, 12. But at the same time, even though we were sick, we still had to play.
Yeah.
There were people saying, I want to go home. I need to go see my mom. I need to go see my mom. I want to go home. You know what I mean? This is our second week of traveling. Like, what we gonna who we gonna call in to learn this music that fast?
Yeah.
Get you some pills, go take you a rest, and
Yeah.
let's get back on the stage.
Let's go. Let's get to it.
I'm 13. I'm like, my dad said, don't come home till you get that full paycheck. I'm like, if I'm sick, and they look at me like, yeah, you want to do this, you gonna do it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay.
Mm.
So when I went on tour, I couldn't be out with them, but they would be out all night long. And then get back on the bus and we bang out the whole set the next night. They ain't got no sleep. I'm rested, well rested. I'm like
Yeah.
I'm up
We
for the
hear what we
night.
got to
And
do at
they
the right
like,
way.
okay, Steve, you can go ahead and go to the room. I'm like, but I want to go get something to eat. The room service is there. The number is you got the number on your phone.
Hmm.
Call your mom, and there'll be a security guard outside your door. And they will leave me, bro. They will leave me. And I'll be sitting in that room, be like, Mom, I'm so bored. Okay, well, go to bed. I don't want to go to bed. I don't watch every movie there is. Like, I want to go outside. No,
Go to
it's a
bed.
part of. It's a part. I know what it was a part of, but at the same time, it was just like why am I here? I could be at home doing this. I could be at home, you know, going to sleep when I want to go to sleep,
Yeah.
being mingling with because my childhood was different. It wasn't like it was normal but abnormal, I should say. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? When kids would say, "What did you do? What you do this summer?" And I'm like, "Man, I went on tour with such such such." They looking at me like that don't even sound
What?
fun. Like you didn't go to Great America, you didn't go do this. I'm like, "What's that?" You're like,
Right.
"You don't know what Great America is?" I'm like, "No." I said, "But I know what Hawaii looks like, and I know what 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 Chicago looks like. I know what Atlanta looks like. You know what I mean? Like it's like,
Yeah.
but you're
Yeah.
only 13, 14 years old."
Right.
I said, "Yeah, I play piano for Sunday." They go, "Yeah, right." And all the kids just walk off. I'm like, I would have to tell my dad, like, why don't they believe me? He was like,
Right.
because they're kids.
Right.
You're in a whole nother realm. You're in a whole nother dimension than them.
Yeah.
I felt awkward for a very long time before I realized, like, I really know these people. Like Grammys was like an actual event instead of something that everybody was supposed to go to. It was an event for me. Either I was playing on stage or doing something within it. And then
Yeah.
my dad said, "Your life is not like theirs." I'm like, "Well, I want to be normal."
Right.
He said, "You are normal. What is wrong with you?" I said, "Well, I want to be a kid. I want, I wanna go with they go on bike riding. You can't go bike riding. Go learn that music you need to learn. And I just powder up and go in there and do it. So it's very different. It's very if your goal doesn't reach overseas your challenge, and that was my goal to be the best, try to be the best. Learning, I would have to go sit with piano teachers for 2, 3 hours at a time. They didn't like me because I picked up music too fast, and I'm like, and I would literally sometimes I would literally sit there in my mama lap and ball out and like, why don't nobody like me? Like she would be like, do you understand your talent? I said, I don't want it. And it's like, and she would stop me and say, don't you ever say that again. That's like telling God he gave you the wrong thing. I said, well, mom, nobody in my age bracket can say they have fun like I have fun. I think this is fun, but they think it's boring. So my goal was to be not to be known, but just to be good at what I can do.
Yeah.
And then once I got to that level at the age of 16, it was like, what do I do now? And that's when I turned into production. So it was not, it's like you got to still have those goals and that goal, and you're challenging yourself, you're pushing yourself, you're emotional, you feel like no one understands you, no one cares. All that stuff comes with it. And that's
Yeah.
called a challenge.
How you respond when your effort is bigger than your results, right? As we all know, right? I'm always say this as much as I can say it. As long as we give 100%, we gotta live with the results. But sometimes the results ain't gonna be pretty.
Mm.
And it depend on it depend on what type of game you in. If you in it for the long game, you know what I mean? There's gonna be a lot more L's in the short term, you know? Of course you wanna eliminate as much as you can, but nigga, we all gonna fail. And then it's
Yeah.
inevitable. You feel me? Um I come from a underdog type of thing. I've always had to work for everything. So working isn't the problem. It's more of the system and the structure that was the problem for me. You know, so when I would get results, but I wouldn't get the results that I really wanted because I didn't understand the system of what I was trying to do. I just knew how to do the work. Whatever we needed done, we can get it done. It don't matter. However long it took, go get it done. And I got really good at getting it done fast. You know what I'm saying? So with that, but I wasn't getting the results I wanted. You know, because I was only focusing on the external side for me as an underdog. Like we're just trying to prove that we the best at everything and the best at everything. But as I grew and I started educating myself, learning the other side of life, business, relationships, all this other shit, I realized that okay, there's other pieces that I need to learn for sure to help me respond a little bit better to my result. You know, help me respond better with these results because I'm getting one side done. You can get comfortable at being great at one thing, and then I'm like, okay, fuck it, I can't do everything. Somebody has to do this other part. Fuck it, it is what it is. If I got to pay for it, I'll pay for it. You know what I'm saying? If I can find somebody that's in the family that can do it, that'd be awesome as too. But 9 out of 10, you're not. So you gotta find somebody that can help you get to your situation. And now I learned how to delegate duties instead of trying to be everything, be everyone, and be everywhere. Nah, I'll get the results I need to get when it's time for me to get the results I need to get. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to put myself in a position where the results are dictated off of someone else. Like right now, my results are dictated off my results, my effort, my choice. You know what I'm saying? And of course, we can't keep it that way, depending on how things go. But right now, it works for me at least. Again, I digress as always. Our next question, right, for the day is: what part of your journey requires the most discipline, not just hope?
The
Because
most
boy,
part
I
of
be hope.
the discipline will be your emotions. You can't get emotional about everything. Like that's discipline. The most discipline is our emotions.
Yeah,
You're not gonna always hear yes. It's gonna be a lot more no's than yes. It's not going to be a lot more doors closed than open, a lot
Yeah.
more windows shut on you than helping you get through it.
Yeah.
It just everything, everything that you got to take disappointments and turn them into encouragements. A lot of
Yeah.
people don't do that because it's so easy to be like, well, they don't want me. Ain't nobody listening to what I'm doing. Don't nobody care. We can jump on that bandwagon. But if you understand that why the door was closed, when the door was closed, how it closed on you, what was you doing at that point in time for it to be closed, and where do you have to go to get the next door open? This is a when, where, what, and how situation all through life. You
Yeah.
got to know how to get through it because everybody is not going to see nothing the way you see it. So the discipline is your emotions. If you can discipline your emotions, okay, that's not the way I need to go. I can't go right, but I'm gonna try this left turn. I can't go left, but I'm gonna keep straight. I can't go right, but I'm not gonna go backwards. I'm gonna keep going. So
Yeah.
there is a yes waiting on you, but you just gotta find that yes.
Mm. How long did it take you to find your yes? Like at what age you felt like, okay, I understand a few things.
I didn't understand nothing until I got into my 20s. When I
Okay,
really
let me
started
ask
reading
you, right? Okay.
contracts, and I
Was it
got like
before
25,
27? Was it before
25.
27 or after 27?
It'll be 427 because you got and this music game I had to learn fast.
Yeah.
I was getting see, it's to the point where if you don't understand what's money up under the table and you see all these other checks going around and you like, well, I got cash. And
Mm.
they looking at you like, that's all they paid you? You like, yeah. It's like then they looking at you like, oh, you must have got your business straight. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was from the age of 13 to because my mom and dad didn't know nothing about the music game.
Yeah.
So they knew how to get me lawyers. They knew how to, you know, get me whoever I needed to help me. But then when you think about it, when you get a manager and a lawyer, what is their job to do? Make money.
Yeah.
Now, if you go and talk to them, and I'm young, and say, hey, man, we got this 80-20 deal. We'll cut you his 10 if you just let us pay him under the table. You gonna say no? No.
I can't confirm nor deny.
I'm just saying that like a regular lawyer manager would they'll take that 10% because you're taking 10% from me. And so
Yeah.
they only got to pay me 10%. And you got to
Yeah.
look at it as, okay, what is your business consist of? Are you gonna be the do the real thing? No. He needs to get his 20%, or he needs to get his $200, $400. That's what you owe him. We're not gonna you anybody can just be straight across the board good. But when it comes to being dirty in this game, that's what it's all about. If you whatever you don't know is what you don't know.
And you're saying that through all that, having your emotions in check
Hmm.
is probably the most discipline you need to have through that journey, correct?
Yes. I mean, like, what are you gonna do? You gonna cry about it? We gonna fight over it?
I
I
don't think
mean,
we'll cry about
what
it, but
I mean,
that
we
shit
can't
Cry
probably
about it.
it get real fast. You know what I
real
mean? Depending on
fast.
where you are, the circumstances. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be smart. You know what I mean? If you get a chance to make another choice, you know what I mean? Make another choice. But they get like you gotta live with the ones
I
you already
learned how
made.
to I learned how to fire people fast. I know how to do that.
With
No,
no
fire people
emotions.
hilarious.
No emotions.
Yeah, no, for sure. Imagine if jobs had people where they just fire you. They don't do nothing else on the job but fire people.
They
That would
do.
be
They call them managers.
nah, man. They be a little too timid. I need somebody that just fire. All he do is come in for 8 hours and fire
And
niggas
fire people.
every day. Nigga.
Yeah.
Get that. You know what I mean? See what it does to us the most. How about you, kids?
You know what?
What part of the journey required the most discipline? Not
I
just hope.
definitely, yeah, I definitely agree that the emotions does that does require probably the most discipline. Besides you sticking to the plan. But you not sticking to the plan usually involves your emotions anyway.
Yes.
So
Yes.
so that requires the most discipline. And it's not like you don't have to have your emotions because you're stuck with those. It's just in the moment, how do you handle yourself?
Yeah.
So it's like if you want to cry in that moment, don't. You don't need to. Wait till you get home. Wait till you get in the shower and let it all out. You
Yeah.
know, it be times when I'm at work and they be like, man, they can't believe how many kids I have. And then I tell them, and they be like, oh my gosh, you make it look like there's nothing wrong in the world. I'm like, y'all just don't know. The baby got a fever.
Hmm.
The oldest two
You
is
know
just
what I'm saying?
acting out. The middle one, she won't stop talking. Like, y'all have no idea. I'm working on 3 hours of sleep right now. And in this moment, I really want to cry, but it's all right.
Right.
I'll wait till I get in the car.
Right.
But
Hmm.
keeping those in line definitely is probably the most difficult out of all of it. Even like earlier today, I was like I said, my emotions have been high today. And earlier today I was really wanting to just make a phone call and it would have went really, really bad. But I called my dad. It's like I need to get on the couch. It's like, go ahead, get on the couch. And I
Yeah.
just let it out.
Get
He
on the
was like,
couch. I
yeah,
like it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's couch time.
Couch time. And he's like, you know what? You're right. And you going through a lot. But just look at it this way. Now you get to fix all of this. You get to
Hmm.
make it how you want it to be.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I heard him, but in the moment I'm like, I don't right now that ain't what I want to hear, Dad. But I
Right?
called you for this reason. So cause I know that you're not gonna, push me to make that phone call. Now, had I
Hmm.
called my sister or somebody, she may have been like, let's go pull up.
Yeah,
So
I'll be put me
certain
on
people you
three-way.
call. Right. So I mean, but keeping your emotions disciplined is the most difficult. And that's what, you teach your kids and you teach you try to tell everyone around you, there's different ways to react to situations. Don't let others control your emotions. You teach
Hmm.
all those things to them in hopes that they can control the emotions. That's probably the biggest struggle in life is controlling your emotions.
Everything's controlled around that for sure. I mean, I agree with both of you guys. I do think emotions are top tier, definitely top three. I would say second for me, outside of emotion, because I do agree, will be patience. Um, the discipline to be patient, and know that it's on time. I think it's on time, not in time, or in time, on time. Anyways, that it'll happen when it's supposed to happen. You know what I mean? And you just got to continue doing what you need to do, and however you need to do it, get that shit done. From the smallest shit to the biggest shit for me. Patience, boy. I didn't have a lot of it.
I know.
See, that, see, that was I didn't have a lot of it, and you know,
And do you know he didn't talk to me for 2 years because his patience thought I did something I wasn't
okay,
supposed to do.
all right. This is the journey, not
2
the destination.
years?
Yeah, I had to go find
Ooh,
him.
I don't know if
dang.
it was that
And he
long.
had to come put a
No, it was 2 years because I
APB
was
out on you?
calling. He
I don't know if
man,
it's 2 years.
I had to call him. He will put directly the voicemail. I was like, oh, that's what we're doing.
Look,
Dang.
look. I don't. I can't recall the amount of length it was, but it did happen at some point in our lives. But what I will say is, I did not have a lot of discipline when it came to patience. And once I started educating myself a little differently and deeper, remember we always say it's not about doing more or doing less. Sometimes it's about going deeper. So you probably have already did as much work as you can do far as with the most. Now we got to go deeper with the work. So I want to stress that to everybody. Make sure we do deeper work and not more, because sometimes niggas don't need no more. I mean, if you doing 1,000 shots a day, you know what I'm saying? You just had a bad game. If you miss 0 for 20, you just had a bad game. You do the
Wow,
work.
0 for 20. You just sit the
Listen,
bench.
it happens. I mean, not 0 for
Right.
20. You probably be like 7 for for 18 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't a bad game. You feel me? But if you did the
Pass the
work, you live with the
ball.
result. You know what I'm saying? Hope. I used to hope. I
You
definitely
know
used to hope,
what?
but
I didn't even touch on hope, and I think it's
Mhm.
because it ain't even in our repertoire to
exactly.
hope.
You're right.
Like
You're
there ain't no
right.
such thing as hope.
I
As a
forgot that was
nigga,
part of the
first
question.
off, I was about to get there. As a nigga, there ain't no such thing as hope. It gotta get done or it ain't gonna get done. You know what I'm saying? Either you gonna do
Oh,
it or not do it. You
You
know,
gonna do it or not do it? That's
you feel
it.
me? Like that's the life you live being black. My mom used to always tell me, if you don't do it, who will? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And that lives on forever. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're here today. Uh, but I digress, right? The Our next question for the day is: have you ever confused rest with giving up, or giving up with rest?
Are you
Mm.
talking about like? Are you saying it like I'm up all night stressing on something instead of trying to find something to work? Is that what we explaining? Like you don't get any rest, you don't sleep, you worry, you were is that what we're talking about?
Yes and no, right? We also are talking about when you ever call somebody and they tell you, you should take a break, and sometimes you believe in that break, right? But then that break messes up your whole system. Now you going a week of not doing some shit you were supposed to do. So for me, it would be like sometimes, is that really a rest, or are you like sort of giving up
It depends
in
on
the
the
relationship?
situation though.
I know it's always a case by case. I mean, but at the same time, have you ever confused those? Has there ever been a time where you said, "Oh, I should take a break," and that break kind of really messed some shit up, or there were some times where you might have given up and you probably shouldn't have?
I could take that into far as the relationships. You know,
Oh, here we go.
you
I
could you
love a
could
little
easily
relationship.
have a breakup, not even a breakup, just a separation, and not feeding into any negativity. Your life is you can see. I always tell people myself, if you can't love yourself, you can't love no one else. You gotta know what you like, you gotta know what you want, and you gotta know you and what you're going to deal with.
Okay, hold on. Is there such thing, right,
Hmm.
as a break?
Yeah,
If we work on things, is there such thing as a break?
yeah,
Because we talking about rest and giving up. So a break
yeah.
will be
You
a
can
rest.
get a rest from people. You can get a rest from your job. You can
But
get a.
can I
That's why they
smash
have
somebody else during that time? Like, can I do what I want, what I really want to do in these
Ain't
next two
nobody
weeks? And
told you. Ain't nobody told you to take your separation as a breakup.
okay, okay. Well, I'm
It's
saying
not a
like
breakup. It's a
it's a rest.
separation.
It's a
It's
rest. Like when
you,
you play the
you
piano, you stop.
yeah. And I
Okay,
get up and I don't play for like weeks at a time. That don't mean that I'm not gonna ever play again.
okay. No, I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, that break thing can be misinterpreted, but
I
That's
get
what I'm
it.
saying. You gotta
It
you gotta
really
know
depends on
you.
this. It depends on the situation. Because if we talking about like, like when I'm over here fixing stuff in the house, and I'm like, you know what, I'm
Hmm.
about to take a break, and I don't
Right.
get back to it for like 2 months down the line. Hey, that was just
yeah,
my break, but
yeah,
I
yeah,
went back to it.
for sure, for sure. But in a relationship, though, I do think that. I mean, the
No, I don't know.
rest.
Like it.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of rest because it's like I can't during how I feel is at that if we decide to take a break, I can't judge you during the break. You know what I'm saying? I
That
can't.
hey look
But
look look that hold hold
so
hold.
wait, are we breaking up? Or are we just
That
You
taking
can't
a
hey
judge
break
yeah
me
from
yeah yeah
each
during the
get
other
it
break
to get
get
either.
him
right?
get him get him get him yes.
Now that's the question. Are we breaking up, or are we taking a break from each other so we can get right within ourselves and then come back together? If
Okay,
that's the
what?
case, if we're breaking up to get right within ourselves and get back together, then you shouldn't be doing anything else
You
because you're
shouldn't
supposed
be
to be getting yourself right.
you shouldn't be a wandering puppy.
I should not be.
No, I mean
Indubitably.
the whole
I,
situation is to get you right, not to jump into a whole nother situation.
no, we not though. But there
What?
was a
Hey, look.
few.
Like
There
my
was a
mama used to
few.
tell me all the time.
I'm just
You
asking
jump
during the
out of
break.
one thing and get
So
into
a
something
break.
else that does nothing. That does nothing. Do nothing for you but start more mess.
Are we agreeing that a break is not a breakup?
No, it's not a breakup. I
So
mean, if a woman told you straight up, bro, if she said I don't want to be with you no more, that's different from honey. I need a vacation.
Right. Exactly. I need
I
a
hear
spa
you, but
day.
ain't no woman. Listen, okay, I hear you, right? But what if she do something during the break? Am I just supposed to let that go?
No, she ain't supposed to be doing nothing. A
If she do,
vacation
no,
mean
okay. My question is, if she do,
who
do
are
I
you dealing with,
still go
bro?
through with it?
Right. Listen, we told you about
Do I still go through with it if she do?
these thighs and wings.
If she does something,
Yeah.
y'all
If you lost
done.
eyes and
Like
wings,
if she did something outside of you, y'all done. Like there is no coming back to it. And if she
Right.
bold enough to tell you what she did, you better thank God that she been honest with you. You not everybody not looking at you as a fool. Like, did you know she was with such? Do you even know
Oh,
that she was riding around with woo woo? Because to me, I'm like the vacation or resting is for you to see what you want. If you want me when you come back, or you don't, we talk about it. Maybe we better off where we at. Maybe we need to. There's some people that need some therapy in their relationship. Be honest with you, and there's
okay,
some people that just need to break up.
it's okay. True. So, if so basically, we're saying a break is not. I don't know. I feel like a break is a breakup. First off, like if you
Oh
need a
my
break,
god,
no,
how's a breakup? That's two
no,
different words. That's
like if like, we can take a break and still be together. We can go
but
yeah, you
you're
could.
fishing.
saying
We can do all the things we need to do. If you need a break, that's cool. But like, are we taking a break and you still coming home to me? We still in the house? We still laying in the bed together?
I'm not.
That
Look,
can't
look.
happen.
If I need a break from somebody, that means my mental state needs to needs to be by itself.
Mm.
That's just me. Like I can't be with someone. I'm
So
already
you want a
arguing
separate
with you.
home?
We getting to the point where we just can't be in the same room. That's we need some time apart. Like I got to figure out get back to why did I fall in love with you? What made me like you? Because I'm to the point where I don't like you right now. So how did I get here? So the resting point is for you to go find yourself. And if the
So
other person do something else outside of you, that's a breakup. For real, for real.
okay, let me ask you, at a time where you misused the break time,
No.
where you were doing things that were for lunchtime, but you were doing it during the break.
No.
Hey, hey,
No.
Okay.
hey.
No. You know what you're
You
doing,
were
bro. Like
misusing that
that's
15 minutes.
Whoa. Well, you know what? On that end, on that spectrum, I'm very guilty of that.
You know what I mean? I
You know what?
definitely
This is
misused
why
the
I'm not
15
going.
minutes.
You know what? You definitely do. And you're like, man, that probably should have been done during my lunch break. But hey, 15 minutes has now turned to 30 minutes, you know? But
I listen, man. I agree with you. I agree with both sides, right? But if we keeping it really ill, you know what I'm saying? Really ill. Like
you gotta be honest.
I've no what? Listen, I've came back from the break and act like I did nothing.
Oh,
I was
but
out there being a monster.
see what messes you up is your
Oh man.
conscience.
God know
It's
my
your
heart.
conscience.
First off, let's start there. He know my heart. He know I didn't want to do this.
You know
Like
that's
I put
talking
this
to
with
God now. Like you talk to yourself or you talking to God.
I'm joking, clearly. But you know my heart. You know what I mean? I had to respect her wishes. Now, what happens during these 15-minute breaks, I gotta respect what happens. But I don't ask and I don't tell. At least I have.
I always looked at it like this. I always looked at it like
At
this.
least I have. Not now.
If I'm doing it, I know either she got to be doing it. If I'm thinking it, if I want to do it, if I want to go do this, they can say they don't want to all day, all night. I don't see no other man but you. But when that other man do come along, that has your interest and interested in you, what are you going to do? You gonna take that pill, or you gonna take the red or blue pill, or are you just gonna stay straight on me?
Okay, but okay. Let's say she does choose to leave this nigga, right?
Okay.
Uh, how does that equate to?
It's not
Is
a
she
rest
is she
anymore. It's
giving
a
a rest
breakup.
from a relationship, right? Is she giving a rest to the person, or is she giving up on the relationship?
She's giving up. You might have took too long.
What if it can't be a rest?
I think the thing here is there's no clarification in this at all. Like if we're taking a break, we need to clarify what are we doing during this break. What are
We
we
Thank you.
taking a
definitely
break
break
from?
rules,
Are
break
we taking
stipulations.
are we doing a breakup? Like me and you are no longer together and we are able to see different people and get into different relationships?
Yeah,
Or are we taking a break for, like you said, to get better, to work on ourselves, then to come back together and be better for each other? Because
Yes,
like
that's what I'm talking about.
being married, like it's plenty of times when I wake up and I couldn't stand him. I couldn't stand him. But that didn't mean that that we were breaking up.
yeah,
We weren't getting divorced. We wasn't separating. Just
right.
in that moment, we needed to get our minds clear, you know? So it's like, what are we doing during this break? Because when you say a break, to me, that means you need to get right. I need to get right. We
Hmm.
need to come back together and be right for each other. Now, if you say, I don't want to be with you no more and we're breaking up, all right, well, let's go our separate ways and block, and
Hmm.
you don't get to come back. That's that
Hmm.
boundary. That's that boundary we set.
I
You don't
like
get to
that.
come back.
I like that.
That's
But
that's it.
right, let's say that all those things go right, right, and we agree to those. Is it okay for your mate to see? It don't have to be sexual. You know what I'm saying? But is it okay for him to have the opposite sex around while he goes through the break?
No.
For what? For what? If that's the case, you go back to your girl. For what? What is that opposite sex doing for you?
What we breaking for? All this aggression. What we breaking
I'm
for?
just
No.
saying. What is
No.
that opposite sex doing for you
I'm
that
only.
your
I'm
girl
not.
is not?
Listen, I'm just asking a question to the floor, right?
I'm
Right.
I'm with her, bro. Like, there's no reason if I'm like, if you or he just gave me a ride. I'm right here. You don't need him to give you a ride.
Right. Right. It's like, what is the point in that? What's
I
the
don't get. I
point
don't.
in having the
Yeah.
other sex there? But if you're supposed to be getting right for you mentally and to come back into the relationship, why would you want to be around somebody else?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that don't do nothing cause confusion. And then you got this other person feeling a certain way about you now. Then you starting something new, and then they thinking they gonna get you. Then all of a sudden it's like
Okay.
I'm gonna
Right.
First
go
off,
back.
Yeah.
I
I'm gonna go
agree with
back to
you
my
guys.
girl or on my dude. That don't make any sense.
I agree with you guys. But I, this ain't nothing new. This is just during the 15 days, 10 days, whatever, however long y'all decided to take this break. While he works on himself or she works on herself, and she takes the time to do whatever she needs to do to be what she needs to be for you in that relationship, right? Is it
So you
okay
saying
for them
grow?
to,
Are you saying two people that grow apart on the break?
huh?
Are you saying it as they're growing apart, like growing apart during the break? Or are you saying that just so happened this new person just came out the blue?
I'm saying I don't know. That's too technical. All I'm saying is during the break, right? When nobody is, during the break, just whatever break y'all choose to. Hey, I need time. You need time. During that break, is it okay for each of you to see each other, see other people? That's all.
No,
Okay.
Mm-mm.
no.
Okay.
Then
All right.
that's a break up. Like, you leave me alone.
Right. That is a breakup.
That's somebody giving up, correct?
Yes.
Just ask some questions, y'all. I mean, these ain't my feelings per se. We gotta put something at the beginning of this one because I don't want nobody
Put
getting
a
in trouble.
disclaimer in there.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Uh, but yeah, I do think that I've confused rest with giving up plenty of times for sure. Our next question though for the day is, what do you do when motivation disappears but responsibility still shows up?
Take care of your responsibilities. Take your
Yeah,
responsibilities.
don't just say it
Don't.
like that. Like, take care of your responsibility. No, 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 no. It's
Hey man, at the end of the day, all the motivation, all the talks, everything, I still gotta pay bills.
okay,
I
okay,
still,
okay.
I
Could
still, I still
motivation
gotta.
disappear because could motivation disappear because it's from a external place instead of an internal place?
It could be that, yeah. But at the same time, you got 30 days. That's why I tell people every month, you got 30 days to come up with everything you need by the 30th day to be paid for that month. Motivation, you can say, speak it, sing it, whatever, but you still got to take care of those responsibilities by the 30th.
Okay. How many times does motivation disappears in a month for you? For the
I
both of you, give
say,
me a
well, if
number.
you got kids, it's going to disappear often.
Just give me a number. Give me a
Every,
number. 30 days,
every other day.
Yeah,
every other day.
bro,
15 days out of the
15 days.
15 days out of the month.
I got one, and he's
What?
a wow. You know what I mean? Like it's just like dad, I need this. Dad, I need that. Dad, we're going here. They're taking a field trip to go do this. I need this. I need that. It's like okay, you got to sit back and be like, well, I got to do this, do that too. Now, okay, well, you come first. Let me take care of your needs and let me get you squared away.
Okay. I love that. Shout out all the fathers, proud fathers. I appreciate that. Um, my question would be, uh, when the motivation disappears in those 15 days, right? Out of 30
Hmm.
days, it's 15 days. And I totally agree. What do you do? You know what I'm saying? What are some of the outside of taking care of your responsibilities, even if the motivation disappears, like what are some things you do to keep yourself doing whatever you feel you need to do at that time during your journey?
I still got my goal board up. It don't change. It don't leave. It just at them 15 days, I have to take care of business. And then when I get back off of my 15th day, I can be like, where was I at? Oh, I was doing this. Okay, let's get back to it. I'm not saying don't jump back into your mode. I'm saying you have to take care of what's around you first for you to be comfortable to do what you want to do.
Do you believe that well, first off, my mentor used to always tell me when we used to write music, he used to be like, hey, when you're writing, though you write all the good stuff, make sure you take all the bad stuff and you write it on paper as well. You want to get that out your head as well. Like that's just as important as writing the good stuff.
Well, for me, I know like when I lose that motivation, those 15 days every other day, um, sometimes twice on Sunday, um,
Yeah.
you have to like sometimes it don't even be me that find the motivation back. Sometimes it is my kids that give me that motivation back. Like it'd be random moments. My 6-year-old will come in there and she's like, Mommy, thank you for buying me Robux. I really
Hmm.
appreciate it. I'm like, you know what? And I'm just like, you're welcome. And then I just be thinking, I'm like, yeah, that's why I go and work this job to get you your Robux. So you could be happy in this moment, you
Yeah.
know. And even, you know, so it's be those moments when they just really appreciate things that you do, even though if you don't feel like they see that you do them, you know.
Right.
So just for them being grateful in those times, sometimes that be my motivation at least,
Yeah,
especially when I
that's
can't
good.
find it within myself, you know, to
For
keep
sure.
going. Like, oh man, I don't feel like going to work today. I'm going to call out sick. How many sick hours do I have left? Can we use PTO? You know?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
How about you, 12? How about you, 12?
I've like she said, I feel better when either wife or my son is happy. It's not it's not just about me anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not once you once you made a decision of what because you are the motivation. You have to understand who you are. Like
Yeah.
you're the motivation from other people. Like they don't understand what you go through. All they see you is smiling, or they all they see is you not showing no emotions of like what you're going through, but you up at work, you helping other people, you talking to other people, getting them out of their situations, and they like, but what about you? What's wrong? Or like, why don't you ever have any? But they don't know. You like, you don't know me. You don't understand. You wouldn't even understand my situation if I told you.
Right.
And a lot of times, home is your motivation. You look at what you have, look at where you at, you look at what's around you, and you gotta love it because you in it. You wouldn't be
Mm,
there if you wouldn't be where you at or in anything you are in because you just want to be there.
right.
So it starts home first, like she said.
Okay. We got home as one. Um, when motivation disappears, for me, I'm far away from home. So home for me has to be cultivated
No, you
home.
home, you home, you home, you home.
Nah, see, niggas go nigga. That's what I be talking about. Like, I'm trying to be good, but no, I'm not home, and I have to create. Home is different for me. So, for me, when motivation disappears, for me, I have to do things slightly a little different. You know what I mean? I'm a firm believer of finding moments to be a kid. It can be for 30 seconds, but it don't matter what it is. Sometimes I'll be at the store and like, you know what I'm saying? There'd be like a little basketball. They got a little court. I'm getting there, start getting to it in the store. But, I try to find moments to be a kid for me. So when I'm feeling unmotivated and the shit disappears, for me, I like to put on this playlist. I talk about this playlist. I might have to give it to y'all one day. But it's this playlist I got of like all these different motivational speakers. And sometimes I just put it on in the morning when I'm like, I don't want to do shit. But then somebody in there, I don't know who it's so random because there's so many different people, but somebody will say something that'll make so much sense. I'll be like, I gotta get up. I gotta get up. That shit's super important. Or I'll call one of my confidants and I'll be like, yo, give me some motivation. Tell me something. Tell me something to get me going. And some of them will be like, get your dumb ass up. Do what the fuck you gotta do. Or, they'll give you some positive information. You know what I mean? But for me, I definitely since I'm not home and I'm not around the people that I love, I have to create that environment. So it comes from those different things and talking to my people in my community and creating systems. I do a lot of prayer and meditation for sure. God talk to God a lot. More than ever than I thought, but that's definitely a necessity for me, especially because, you know, you're doing all the studying, you're doing all the work, right? You're learning all these different things, you're learning how to make sure you're handling your business, but there's still some emptiness. There's still like, this is helping me, but I'm still not feeling the way I want to feel. You know what I'm saying? It's not feeling good going to do this shit every day. And Keisha always said, fulfillment comes from, being able to do something every day and love it, even if it's something simple. So, I think about that. I keep that in mind when I do things from this point moving forward in this journey. We learn from everybody. You feel me? That's what some things I do when it comes to responsibility. When I still have to show up and be responsible. Fuck, because I hate it. Being responsible is tough. Because you got to choose the responsible thing every time as an adult. But like if you're in your early 20s and 19, you can take a few L's. I'm not saying take them, but you can take them. You know what I'm saying? Like you can not do some shit and go do what you love or go follow your dream for a few years, see where it goes. You know what I'm saying? Don't deny that at all times. But I digress, right? Moving on to our next question.
Mhm.
Do you think people quit because they are weak or because they are tired of being disappointed?
Neither.
Okay,
Neither.
now I'm
Sometimes
good.
it
Now,
kind of depends. It depends.
now in the relationship platform, because we were talking about it earlier, I do in the dating scene, I do hear that a lot. That standards and different things get put because of disappointments. You know what I'm saying? But
Uh,
in our journey in life, right? uh, where do you think week when they look at it as a weak thing? I mean, shit. Have you ever quit it because of some weak shit? Because I don't know. I ain't never did it before, so I can't really speak on it. But I'm gonna try to give it some clarity as much as I can. But for me, everything has been disappointments for me. How about you guys?
I take disappointment uh, lightly because if you've got to be disappointed, and that means that that wasn't for you. That situation is not for you. That moment wasn't for you. That time wasn't for you. That time wasn't right at that
Mm.
given time. I feel that disappointments come only when you let your wall down.
Oh,
When you let that it's like having a kingdom and there's a war going outside and you accidentally let that wall down because you thought it's over and they come in and take over you and you have so much that's going on that you can't handle it and then you just get disappointed because it didn't go the way you thought it would go.
okay.
So once your wall is broke down, you're always going to be discouraged, disappointed in whatever situation it is. But if you keep your wall up until it's time for you to open up, I mean, it's a difference. It's not you won't get disappointed so many times.
Okay, let me ask you this then, right? Both to everybody, right? Far as quitting and disappointments, do you think that quitting is necessary?
It depends on the situation.
Like, cause I know everybody always say, "Hey, keep going," but like, is there some times where quitting is necessary?
Yeah,
Yes, it depends on the situation.
absolutely.
Yes, you. I mean, if something is not going right and you feel that in your soul, I mean, like deep down, this is not right. You need to
Yeah.
stop.
I mean, I do think that being weak is something that is we all deal with. It's just in different ways, in different forms. But when it comes to quitting, I don't know if I ever said, "Hey, I quit because I was weak." I don't think I've ever said no shit like that. But if I had to like really think about it, it'd be like, okay, maybe I wasn't equipped enough to do the task, but was I weak? And
Well,
go ahead, Keith.
I think, I mean, when you're talking about weakness, I think weakness doesn't fit in with quitting. I think that fits
Mm-mm.
more in you doing stuff.
Hmm.
You do certain things because you are weak, but I don't think you ever quit because you are weak. Like, you
Hmm.
might step out on your relationship because you are weak.
The
Oh,
flesh is weak.
you know,
So,
not having that
um,
control
right.
over your
Exactly.
urges will get
Exactly.
you in trouble. Let me tell you, y'all. Don't learn from me.
Yeah.
Right. But I think,
Wait,
I
hey,
mean,
hey, hey,
it's
hey, hey.
so
It's both of y'all ain't supposed to say, right? Go ahead now. Go ahead. Go ahead.
so the moments when you do quit, you
Yeah.
know, that moment you might be strong as hell for quitting. Those are
Hmm.
moments where you be like, you have to muscle up the strength, the courage to quit and to leave a certain situation that was going to be detrimental to you and to
Yeah.
others or to your own, just to yourself. So you don't call that weakness, you call that strength.
Right.
So that's why I say I don't think weakness and quitting goes together.
Yeah, I just like being in an abusive relationship. Once someone leaves, we call that, you were strong enough to leave.
Right.
Or a mental abuse relationship. He or she has a way of speaking to you and getting you back every single time. But that
Hmm.
time you say that's not gonna work on me anymore. You're not
Right.
gonna do that to me anymore. You're not gonna
But
keep
it
telling
does.
me that. Then when you snap out of it, I mean, I think that only happens when a person is in a relationship for so long and they're so used to someone. That's why they let them talk the way they do or act the way they do. You know what I mean? Because you can't be with somebody a year and they already beating on you. You like, whoa, hold on, buddy. I don't even know you like that.
Yeah.
Right.
So if your relationship start off like that, you need to just walk away. But if
Yep.
you in a relationship, it just comes out because you find out different things, or whatever, that's different, and you walk away from it. But you trying to, I think majority of the time, male or female, they try to bring the, I say, the better person out of that person, and it never works.
Uh,
Mm, mm, mm,
um, has there
mm.
ever been a
That's the
time
truth.
that your all was not enough? Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you get that time like, almost like when you have a full week and and you think you're giving your all, and then you look up and see something that you missed. It's like, oh, how did I
What if
miss
you
that?
all? What if your all becomes you keep getting the same results? No matter the effort you give in this relationship, you keep getting the same result. What happens then?
That's time for the break.
That's time for the breakup.
And during that break, I ain't supposed to get no pussy.
hey,
That is
Okay,
time for the
okay.
hey,
Respect,
hey,
respect,
hey,
respect.
hey. A lot of times that don't mean that when you breaking up, that don't mean that you just start looking for some other some new.
I'm not looking for nothing else, but I mean, we not listening to each other. You know what I'm
but
saying?
that
For some
but the
reason,
thing is, like, if based on your scenario you just gave, if you are, on your break,
yeah.
and because of whatever's going on, and then you want to go out and have relations with others, are you really wanting a break? Or are you really just want to get out that relationship? Or you don't want to completely step out of the relationship and still have her there, but still do you?
The best part about all this is we don't know on either side. But the saying is,
Right.
if
But
this is
yeah,
good for
you
Well,
do
us
know.
and God want us
but
to be
but but
together,
you
we
you
gonna
gonna
come
be
back in
honest with you.
15 days.
Hey, we always talk about this,
Mm-mm.
bro. And I said you got to be honest with yourself, man. You got to
Yeah,
be honest with yourself. I'm
I agree.
gonna be honest with you. If okay, my woman is fine. She does everything for me. But there's another woman down the street that just is fine. That mean I roll up on the side of her in my car and start talking to her? Yes. No. Okay. What is it?
Oh, you asking me?
Yeah. Do I roll up to the side of the car, start talking to her, and because she's that fine, and even though I have somebody at the house, do I roll? How do you get this
I can say,
communication with
okay,
these
first off, hold on,
people,
hold
with
on,
these
hold on, hold on.
females, and then you soon out the relationship, you got to know them some kind of way,
If
right?
she live in the community, if she live in the community, then I gotta say hi
Why?
because she live in the community.
Exactly. No, you don't. No, you
We've
do
said hi
not have to
before.
say
It
hi.
wasn't the problem.
No,
We was together. Is a problem now?
no, no. It
And
was a
the
problem
first
when
thing
you
a
was.
woman
I'm joking, guys.
ever,
I'm
the
joking. I'm
first thing a
joking.
woman ever
Oh
gonna
man.
say
I'm joking.
is, "Don't you got a girl?
Right. Right.
Don't aren't you
That's the
married?"
first.
Niggas can't say hi now
No.
Bro, hey man,
in the community.
For
you have a
what?
next door neighbor with somebody, and she
I
got
ain't
her own
talking
house
about
by
neighbor.
herself,
Like I live next door. Like we in the
and you
community. We
saying
go
hi, and she see you
to
walk in with a woman every day. She ain't gonna say, "Hey, aren't you? Are you? Is that your girlfriend, friend, or?" She want to know whose that is before she even say
my
anything
wife.
to you. That's just a woman.
Right.
My
So
wife.
y'all. So you and your wife are not saying hi to her when y'all see
We on
her.
this break, right?
No,
No.
no, no, no. You
All
Wait.
right.
said
I
Hold
thought we
on.
were
Wait.
driving
Wait.
off
Wait.
on the
Wait.
break.
Wait.
My
Now we
bad.
done went into a whole different territory. If this is your wife, there is
My
no
bad.
such thing
I
as a
keep
break.
progressing with the break. My bad. No more
yeah.
breaks.
There's no
There is
such
no,
thing as a
there's no
person in
such
marriage.
thing as a break in a marriage now.
I
That
agree.
means you go to your man cave, or you go take a shower, you go for a run, you go outside and
Yeah.
play basketball, you go do whatever you got to do, and you come back in his house. That's
Ah,
what that means. That's your break. You get about 30 minutes max
uh,
before I
Yeah,
come look for you.
right.
yeah, yes,
Make
yes.
yeah,
You're right. Yeah,
okay.
Marriage is a whole different thing.
Okay. So
it's way different, bro. It's a lifestyle. It ain't no one
yeah,
day we
I agree.
together. But you know, with a girlfriend nowadays, they want to act like a wife, and they want to act like you a husband. But it's my mom used to tell me all the time. Um,
Y'all shacking up.
You're right. Right.
what is she doing in your house? I said, sleep, doing, what I'm supposed to be doing, mama. She supposed to have her own. I said, okay, so you want me to move her out? You do what you want to do. So
Yeah,
that
John
meant
Wall.
automatically, on mom's point of view, that means automatically they look at it on a mother and a mother look at it totally different. She looks at it as I think she's using you, as opposed of building a relationship with this person. Why can't she have her own? Why can't she pay her own bills? Why can't she pay her own car note? Why can't she do this?
Yeah,
She's trying to figure out, is this girl even good for my son, or good, or this dude even good for
Mhm.
my daughter? You know, why can't, what is he doing? Why can't, well, how did he come in? How did he even move in? What happened? Like what she want, moms want to know. Your parents always want to find something for you to be better. You know, in that situation, the marriage situation, yeah, you always want to find something for your child. Okay, look, I don't want this. This is the game. You want to give it to them because it's like girls going to do this or boys going to do that, or you need to understand this and understand that with your child. You know, I know my mom used to tell me a whole lot of stuff about women, and I'd be like, Mom, I don't want to know this.
I learned the game from a woman and my name from a. You feel me? Shout out,
Yeah.
Mark, man. Anyways, I agree with you, for sure. I don't know. My mom was born savage. She was just like, yo, like they don't belong to you, and you got to get on one knee. So if you don't get on one knee, they don't belong to you.
Hey,
It's that
but
simple.
that's not even happening anymore. I don't see dudes doing that no more.
I mean, listen, now it's girls doing it, and not
Hey,
throwing
that
my
is true.
my mama would shoot me if she hear me say
Hey,
it
my
now.
mama would beat me up. She would. Hey,
I
man.
would be in so much. She would call
She would.
me.
She would
Um,
come and be like, "Girl, what you doing? What is you on, boy?" Oh
get up
man, it'll be a
now.
wrap.
Get up right now. You both of y'all.
It'll be a wrap.
Nah, but I think that's hilarious, guys, for sure.
But back to what you were saying, though, bro.
Okay.
So, okay, I'm gonna give you a scenario.
Mhm.
Okay, if you're married, what are the qualifications you see you want in your woman?
For what exactly?
Mm.
To live with me?
You're
For
married.
marriage.
Oh, man. Okay.
Married.
Had to double check. Okay, I don't know. Okay, my wife. What characteristics?
What do you want? I mean, you gotta want something. You gotta see something in somebody else that you want. Like, okay, oh man, that's mine. And she gotta see something in you. You gotta be able to become one. So what is
I
the
agree.
qualification for you to become one with a woman?
Okay. Time, integrity, trust, loyalty, understanding, compassionate, gentle, patient. Allow me to love her. Being able to love me when she's love me when we up. I need you to love me just as much as you love me, just like that when we down, or if you feel away. You know, quick to listen, slow to anger. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things that I would like in my woman for the future, wherever you are. You're putting it out there. Talk to me.
Okay, when you find that superwoman, let me know.
Yeah, I agree, but you asked. I mean, listen, hey, if she show up, da,
She
da, da,
show up
da,
in a cape.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Hey
saying? That's
man.
for sure. But
Hey
you asked.
man, when you reason why I ask that is because a lot of times a lot of fellas really don't know what they want. Really don't have an understanding of what they want in their woman.
Well,
What
I
are they
just
looking
started
for?
dating with purpose, though. This took me a long time to get here. Like I didn't understand the type of woman I needed for me. I just knew the woman that I was attracted to and wanted, not what would help me flourish. This book, right, I read called the uh the ways of the superior man. Only time you should be getting into a relationship is when you finally done enough. You finally got to the point where you've done it all yourself. Now you need to get with somebody that can help you take it to the next level.
Right.
If there's still more work you need to do by yourself, then you shouldn't get into a relationship. And I think about that shit. I'm like, okay,
I
what
think
kind of
about
woman would make
I
me
think
better?
marriage has a lot to do with if you have to be able to ask hard questions. You have to be able to talk. Like someone just can't just there's nothing that can come between you. Like nothing. Like, you know, Your word, she trusts you so much to where your word is like gold. She not listening to nobody else.
Willy Wonka ticket.
I'm like, but at the same time, but you gotta build that. You can't. That just don't come overnight. That you gotta build that, and everything that you said what you wanted, it'll come. But you gotta build it with somebody. You know what I mean? If you're
There
not
it is.
giving up loyalty to her, and she's giving loyalty to you, and you still out doing what you need to do after midnight, I mean, it's gonna come up.
Yeah,
Everything that's in the dark should come to the light.
it's an honest man right there. I appreciate that.
I mean,
I
it's just
definitely
real.
agree. Uh, Keish, how about you? What do you think? What's your perspective? Let's get a woman's perspective on this before I go crazy.
Okay, I mean, it's a lot being said, and I agree with a lot that's being said. And going through that, like a lot of what y'all saying, it's just it's touching home. So yes, but what's the question?
I think we're talking about relationships, right? When we're talking
Yeah,
about
we're talking
relationships,
about relationships.
and
You asked the
listener,
question.
yeah, you asked me about the type
What
of
do you?
woman
Yeah,
that I
what
want.
type of woman you was like?
Uh, type of woman I want. Yeah, Keisha, for you, that would be my question. What type of if you were to get married again or take somebody serious in the level that you would like, what type of characteristics that you would look for now that you probably didn't pay attention to in your previous relationships in totality?
um, Definitely already being knowing what you're doing, being who you are, set in, what you're wanting to do, not
Uh-huh.
me finding your way or finding what it is that you want to do along the way. Like being stable, um, being able to, if we have a disagreement, still being able to be respectful, but
Yeah.
at the same time be able to, take a walk, if
Mhm.
we need to cool our heads down, you know. Also, I would have to say my number one is putting gas in my tank. I do not want to pump gas anymore.
For sure.
I don't want to pump gas no more.
Well, listen, if you
Like,
live in Portland, you wouldn't have to pump gas. But it's
but
I experienced that in Portland when I went. I was like, oh shit, they pump your gas.
yeah, but definitely there's, having someone that can put me in my feminine energy, because right
Mm,
now I'm doing it by myself. So I'm in my masculine energy as well. And I don't want to take on that. I don't want to take on that responsibility. I want you to be able to lead. I want you to
uh-huh,
have God first and
uh-huh.
follow the righteous plan, stay on the righteous path, not your own. And to be able to just, like, okay, you good. You ain't got to do. I don't want to work. If I want to work, it's going to be part-time or something that I want to do. But
Right.
at the end of the day, I want to be able to, you know, do my baking, experiment in the kitchen, do all kind of foods and gardening and, just be in my feminine energy with the kids and
Mm,
stuff like that. That's what I want to be able to do. So, but I need somebody who is strong enough to make me feel safe to do that. And
mm.
if you can't, then, just keep pushing. If you can't fit that
That's
criteria, just keep pushing it. Don't waste your time, waste my time. You're not gonna waste my time because I'm just tell you,
right.
red flags and boundaries. We're done. Block.
Red flags and boundaries.
Yeah, that's what you gotta. That's what you gotta do nowadays. Like,
Yeah, that's it's really what you have to do. It's sad that it's come to this because people can't be honest and live in their truth. Like, if you upfront and honest and truthful, then okay, I can make that decision. But when you take that decision away from me to even make, now it's a totally different ball game now.
Mm,
yeah, yeah.
I
I
agree.
I, I see. Right now, it just every day is different. It's like we got to stop taking people for granted, taking relationships for granted. It's just like, okay, I can get up and not see you tomorrow.
Right.
Or I can, you kind of, when you're in a relationship, you got to wake up to that person and be like, we got a sign over our bed that says, kiss me before you go to sleep, mad or happy.
Mm.
Mm.
So it's like to me, I feel like no matter how mad you make me, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't stepping out. I ain't doing none of that because we come too far just because we have a disagreement about something. We just got to understand what it's about. How do we get there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can figure that out, if we can't sit down and talk, and we still have that anger to where we gonna start screaming again, we're not ready yet. So I feel like any relationship, like I just got to before this podcast, I just tell one of my homies, I said, if you still screaming and hollering, you're not no one, neither one of y'all heard what each other said. You just
Yeah.
screaming and hollering. It's just so y'all not ready to talk. Y'all need to step back and you go to your room, she go to her room, and just until you. I mean, but at the same time, after a while, a woman does get tired of you playing that video game, though. It taking you that long to come here and talk to me? That
Right.
game, that mean that more important than you talking to me to figure this out?
What game is it though?
What game is it
You know
though?
what I'm saying? That's
Jeez.
important.
You
That's
want to get some
important. Is
you
it a
want
game
you
where
you want to get some water poured on your Xbox, PlayStation, or whatever you got, bro.
I'm joking, ladies. Now, if you
I don't
call me,
know,
I will
because
tell you.
for me, it's like opposite. Like, it's been times where he be like, "You still ain't came in here and talked to me." No, I'm watching my show. I'm good. That's because 9 times out of 10, I'm still mad though.
Yeah.
That's why I ain't came in there, because it ain't gonna end well. It's not. It ain't gonna go how you want it to go. Because I'm still mad. I'm still
And
pissed
it
off,
never
and
does.
I could be pissed off for hours or even days at a time. So it's best to just feed me what I like, which you should already know,
Right.
and let me cool off. It be
Why, Keisha? Why
in
is it
your
always
best
food?
interest.
Why is it always
Because
food?
Yeah.
I
me
mean, why is it always
personally,
food? Like I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Did
It
you?
me
works every time.
yeah,
Cheat
me
code.
personally, like, I like food and I like different types of cuisine. So I mean, I plan on going on a food vacation soon,
Yeah.
just to try different foods. But
Yeah.
water and food for me, we're good. And jacuzzi, bathtub, swimming pool, it doesn't matter. Any type of water for me and food, we're good. Well, I mean, I'm a calm down a little bit more.
Write this down, fellas. This works for about 80% of us.
Okay,
80,
you
80,
brought me this
20.
plate. It does look good, so I'm gonna go ahead and eat before.
Yeah.
Right, I
Let's
would. I ain't
They
let's
can be
I ain't
mad as
turning
hell,
down
but
no
they
food.
always hungry.
let's before
That's
you open
because
your mouth. Let's eat.
all that anger burned a lot of calories in there,
Look at that. Look at that smart.
Oh man!
That's crazy.
Before we
Yeah.
even get before you open your mouth and say something stupid to me, let me eat.
right?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Because she know it's coming. Let me just be full because I know bullshit is on the
When
way.
it-
You know what I'm saying?
right, exactly.
I digress though,
But I
right?
always wondered. I wonder one thing, guys. When you are arguing or talking about a situation, why, if you just having a certain opinion about something, why does someone get so mad like you're talking in a way that you're talking down to them or at them, or but that's just your opinion, but they get upset, female or male, they get upset because you is that because you're touching a situation or saying something that's not. And I've seen people get like fighting mad, ready to fight because they was asked a certain question. Is not Did they not ready for the question or?
That's for me. Like, when somebody gets really upset about a question that I ask, that just lets me that the maturity level for them is not there.
Oh,
And I don't mean age wise. I mean
hmm,
spiritual wise.
okay.
We can't talk on that level. Because
Oh,
one, you're either doing something, or two, I mean, that's usually it. Like, there's something about it,
Definitely.
my question, that's bothering you so much that you're getting upset. And it's just a question.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's not even directed to you, but you change it and make it into you, that means that it has touched a nerve for you,
Or you hear
and you
that? That's how
haven't
you
you
feel. That's
yeah,
how you
you
feel.
haven't exactly. That's how you feel. Like, I didn't even say nothing. I just asked a question here. I wasn't even talking. I was asking for your opinion.
Right.
But they may feel like you are directing that question to them and they're really not, they haven't dealt with it, and they're not mature enough to even answer the question. So only thing you're going to
Okay.
get is a response back that's in it. Pretty much y'all going to be yelling, or they're going to be really upset about something.
Okay. That lets me. Okay, that's better. Okay.
For me, it depends on it's case by case. First off, secondly, it depends on the tone. If I'm coming in healthy, I'm coming in trying to be resilient, and you start snapping and yelling, red flags all day for me. Um, Especially if it's nothing that's going to harm you, or I'm not threatening you, and you're getting aggressive and yelling. I'm like, why? That's more so what you hide and what you're not telling me than what I'm asking you. For me,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And then I walk
So,
away like looking you in a different light for sure. I gotta be a little, you gotta see what's going on because you have to
so do
lie.
you walk away, or do you stand there and hold your
Uh,
ground?
I do think that you know, it's more like chess now because you don't know that I know, but you think I don't know. So now I gotta let it play out. I gotta see if this is really what you're feeling, or what is this? What does this turn into? Is this just energy and you going through something and you don't know where to put it, so this is the only place you can put it, or you're getting defensive because what I'm asking you is true.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So now I'm like, okay, let's just see where it plays out. Immediately
Okay.
reacting to it, I lose the space of being able to find out who this person is. You know what I'm saying? I get to show myself. Like, why? Why should I show myself yet? Like, you're getting defensive for whatever reason, and it's something very simple, or you're taking something personal that probably shouldn't be taken that personal. You know what I'm saying? So let's play it out. Let's see where it goes for sure.
Have
But
you
I'm
guys
definitely
ever
mindful of
asked
that.
a question one day and then came back and asked the same question 2, 3 days later to see what they say?
Yeah, but most niggas don't remember that. You know what I'm saying? I'll be real with you. A few girls done that to me, and I done told them all type of stories. I done forgot.
Sheesh.
And
She asked me about
that's
that every
how.
time.
That's
What was
how.
that day you was
Yeah.
supposed to? I was at bruh house. You told me you was at your mom's house. I don't remember. That's the best thing
Right.
to say.
That's the
You know
favorite
what I
line.
mean?
I
I don't,
don't remember.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I don't know. Uh,
I don't know. It
the
became very
evidence is
important.
all here. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
'cause, they got the memory of an elephant when it's about their feelings, but
Bro.
when it's about them being wrong and being accountable, you know
Oh,
what I mean? They be a
man.
little
I didn't
faint,
say that. I didn't
little
mean to
faint,
say it like
little
that.
bit, little bit. You know what I mean? For sure.
Uh-uh.
They let you fuck up. They gonna have all the stamps, time stamps, clock and T, all the shit they be
I
saying.
don't think I've ever asked a question a couple days later. I'll wait like either a couple weeks or a couple months later. But
See,
I
that's
remember your
diabolical.
first
That's
response.
strategy. That's even scarier.
Hey, yeah. Cause when I was little, that's how my mom used to get us. When we used to tell her stuff, she used to do that to us. And I always wondered, like, why did she do that? Like, she would ask me a question on Monday and would not ask me another again until 2 months ago. You said you was over here, so you wasn't over
Hmm.
there? I'm like, huh?
Right.
Wait a minute, no, you did. Now you just said right now. I said, what? Wait a minute, no, what you talking about? And then she'd be like, okay, I got you. I'm like, wow, like,
Yep.
how did you
Cause
remember that?
Yeah, listen, I'm telling you, it'd be amazing until I digress. Look, okay. Moving on, right? Our last question for the day um will be what has continuing taught you about yourself that success alone never could?
Hmm, I'm in a better place.
I mean, but isn't that like can success teach you
No,
that you're in a better place?
no, no. You you've been in meetings with me. So success
I
is
can't
like,
confirm nor deny.
hey, success comes with a price.
Yeah.
And I'm in the music world and writing books and doing stuff like that. So nowadays you gotta read, understand quickly, and because success will mess you up in my industry. So the people that we think that is happy is not happy. The people that we think that is rich is not rich. The people that we think got clout don't have clout.
Uh-huh.
So it's a persona right now. And it's better to go through life, continue through life, and learning you and learning your who's around you and loving the people that's with you, that's really for you, than being successful and knowing a whole bunch of people you don't know. They don't know you, but they know of you. So I say continuing with life and learning what's going on, what's around you, and what you want to do with your life is better than being successful and having everything at one time.
How about you, Keisha?
Yeah, I agree. I like the way you put that. Definitely agree. Yeah, I don't think I can top that. Nope.
I don't think I can top that. Keisha's been stumped for the first time. Hilarious. I'm not here to top. I'm just here to give you my perspective. But continuing taught me that success alone never could. Continuing has taught me that happiness, hard work, consistency is truly a choice. I like to say that I like to tell people sometimes that you are already successful. We are just trying to be more successful, right? Um, because once you make success your journey, your destination, it's no longer a journey. Every time somebody gets to the success of life, they want to think about and go back to, hey, I remember when we used to go to this little chitlin circuit, or I remember when, you know what I'm saying, we was at the dorm rooms and we was up till 5 in the morning doing homework that needed to be due at 7 in the morning once you get to class. We think about those days, but during that time, shit felt horrible. Shit felt like, I don't know, I don't want to do this no more. How do I continue getting through this shit? And I think those moments can teach you certain things that success will only pretty much be the result of those things. You feel me? Like success, it's going to teach you something, right? It's going to give you that final, like it's like beating the final boss on any game, right? You just feel like, whoo. But then part two of the game come out. Now you got a whole new boss you got to beat, but you got to figure out what matters and continue the game. You feel me? Play the game to the end. That's how we like to do it. And I do think that with continuing for me, learning these different things and understanding that, hey, as long as I'm choosing and I'm giving 100%, I do think that life will be what it needs to be for me. And continuing is something that I don't know. At this point, it's DNA. You know what I'm saying? Like I be feeling bad for stopping. Some people got to call me and tell me to quit overworking. You need to go to sleep, Cameron. Go to sleep. I'll be like, I'll be sleep. My dumb ass are trying to break up the sleep. I'll do like
Liar.
hours now, 3 hours later. You know what I'm saying?
Like, did you go to sleep last night? Sleep. What's sleep?
I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I really am. I really am. But we just trying new systems and shit. But I try to get at least six.
Man, you better, like I said, you better take your butt to sleep, man. You gonna wake up and you can't wake up again. Wake up again.
But I do think that continuing and success are two important things, right? And make sure you define that for yourself. If any of these questions stumped you or made you feel any way, if you enjoyed our conversation, please feel free to leave a comment, say something at
Yes.
the end. We might be able to use your comment and talk about it in the future, especially if you need some advice from the boy. In conclusion, right? Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is keep moving when it would be easier to stay stuck. The journey will not always reward you quickly. It will not always make sense right away. But every step, every restart, every quiet decision to continue is building something in you. So if today you are tired or unsure or barely hanging on, let this be your reminder you are still in the story. And being in the story means that there's still more ahead. I want to thank 12, Big Keish, shout out the squad, right? For being with me today. We have the word of the week and the quote of the week, right? Um, if anybody has one, I'm more than welcome to take it, but I'm just gonna get one real quick. Does anybody have a word? You have a good word for the gospel. Our quote of the day is: if you don't design your own life plan, chances are you will fall into someone else's plan. And guess what they have planned for you? Not much. Shout out Jim Ron. That was beautifully put. Our word for the day is to have courage. I believe requirements must be involved, right? And I do feel like the reason why I choose requirements for the word of the day today is because there's requirements for everything, right? But for the most part, there's requirements for yourself to continue to be the best you or continue loving yourself. So make sure you learn those requirements, not only internally, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically as well. You know what I mean? Everything has a process, everything has a system. You know, Ecclesiastes always says there's a time for everything. So it's definitely a time for us as well. But you just gotta know the requirements, which means educate yourself. Not only on the external shit, but the internal shit for yourself as well. But as always, it's your boy.
Can't wait cause I
Man,
want
shout it out.
to.
You know what time it is.
Don't worry about me. I'm just turning over my leaf. And my last one is complete. You can stay. Don't worry about me. I'm just turning over my leaf. Heat my deposit, I leave. It's complete. You can stay. Cause I'm turning over my leaf. I'm just turning over my leaf. I'm just turning over my leaf. I'm just turning over my leaf. He's turning over my leaf. I'm just turning over my leaf. I'm just turning over my leaves. I'm just turning over my leaves.